Hello student, today we are going to learn cascading style sheets CSS that is very useful in the web development or website designing. Okay, before that we go on the one topic that the category of web pages. Basically we can divide the web pages on two categories like static web page and dynamic web page. So what is static web page? In the static web page, the content of the web page remains same. Whenever user will open that website, it will get the same information, and user can't interact with the information. Okay, basically, this websites are created using the HTML. Second, dynamic website pages or dynamic websites. The best example is your shopping e-commerce websites like Flipkart or Amazon. Okay, that dynamic web pages shows different content based on the user interaction. When user pass any request, on the basis of that it will give the result. Okay, these dynamic web pages can be created using ASP, PHP or DHTML. What is DHTML? DHTML stands for Dynamic Hypertext Markup Language. It is not a language but a combination of web development technologies like HTML, a client-side scripting language like JavaScript, CSS and DOM. What is CSS? So cascading style sheets is a collection of rules styles that affect the visual appearance of a web page. While HTML lets you define the structure of a web document, CSS allows you to specify how the structure element should be displayed. What happened before CSS? If suppose you created a simple HTML page, in that you have to define the attributes of each and every tag again and again. Like if you are using h1 tag 5 times or 10 times in your web page, then you have to define the attributes of that again and again. And if you are using the paragraph tag or any font tag, okay, so you have to define the attribute again and again. That creates a problem when we develop a large websites. So for that, CSS was introduced by the W3C to improve the presentation capability of web page. Using CSS, you can control the colors of the text, styles of font and variety of other effects. These are the advantages of CSS. CSS saves time, page download faster, easy maintenance, superior style to HTML, multiple device capability, global web standards, offline browsing. How CSS save times? You can define your style once and you can connect that style sheet in each and every web page or multiple websites. Okay, so that save your time. Write CSS one time and attach on the multiple pages. Write one CSS rule of a tag and apply it to all the occurrence of that tag in the website. Okay, no need to write again and again your attribute in the HTML page. Okay, that's why your code will last. If your code is less, then it download is faster and it is easy to maintain also. Means whenever you require to change any color of any particular attribute, then just open that CSS file and change the color or add one property in the particular tag and that will apply in whole website. No need to go again and again each and every page and change it. Okay, using CSS, the same HTML document can be presented in different viewing styles for different devices, just like your desktop and mobile and other devices. Among these advantages, there are some disadvantages also of CSS. Different features are supported by different browser, or for that purpose developer have to check the compatibility of CSS with different browser before finalizing the websites. Okay. Limitation on backgrounds per element. With CSS you cannot specify more than one background image for each element. Lack of variables means in CSS we cannot define variable functions. Okay, it is not a programming language, so we can't use variables. CSS is an open text-based system without any built-in security. Anyone with access to the website may alter the links or disrupt formatting. Now the syntax of your CSS. First, a rule. A rule is a combination of selector and declaration. It's enclosed in the curly bracket. This is the curly bracket. Okay, so this is the rule for your selector. Selector, that's your tag name, h1. Okay, this is your selector, that without less than greater than symbol. Okay, simply tag name like h1, h2, p. Okay, these are your hr. That's your tag name, that is called selector. Now these are the property, okay, that is define how the elements with descriptive styles should look on the web page. So that's the property like color, font size. Okay, this is your property. And what's the value? Okay, means I want to set the color as a blue. Okay, whenever I will use h1 tag, the color is blue. Okay, so this is the value of this property color. And the font size, that's the property, and the value is 14 pixels. And put semicolon after each and every property. Okay, this property colon sign then value semicolon means this is the end of this particular declaration. This is called one declaration, and this is second declaration. When you put semicolon means your first declaration is over, and after second again put semicolon, and that curly brackets, okay, close in the curly bracket means all these properties are set on the h1 selector. Okay, this is the rule of h1 selector. Okay, take one example here. This is simple HTML file. Here I am using h1, h2, h3, h4, again h2 and h1. Okay, this tag here. Now when we open in the browser that file shows in this format. Okay, now the when we add style here, okay, that's the style in the heading tag. In the heading tag we can add the style tag. Okay, so in that style tag I am defining body h1, h2 and h3. Okay, the background of the body, okay, that body color I define here h1, h2 and h3, the color of h1, h2, h3. Okay, so it is our rule for h1, h2, h3 that's defined here inside the style tag. I am not changing in the body. Okay, I am not changing inside the body. My h1, h2, h3 are same. I just simply added here a style tag, and in that style I define body h1, h2, h3. Okay, that style always comes in the heading tag. Now save this and refresh the browser. Look here, that effect comes here. Okay, this is the output. I didn't change anything inside the body tag. I simply added a style tag, and in the style I define h1, h2, h3, and whenever I am using h1 in my notepad 1 and 2 place, that effect automatically apply. h2, that 1 and 2 place, okay, so it's automatically apply. That's the advantage of CSS. Okay, once you define the rules, and after that you can use in any web page. Okay, once defined any tag and how many times you are using in the body tag, that will come automatically. Okay, so this is the CSS. In the next class we will discuss the type of different ways of adding your CSS. Okay, this is a simple example that we will discuss in the next video also.